Hello, it's Victoria from victoriagibson.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can leverage the power of LinkedIn to attract more traffic from this social network, and how you can use paid ads to move the message along as well. Now, before I get to the paid ads, I just wanted to give you a couple of quick tips in boosting your connections and boosting the right kind of connections. So if you've got the kind of LinkedIn profile that's got a lot of old, social friends on there and things like that, what I'd advise is you to go into your connections and get rid of your general sort of friend connections that aren't in your industry and try and narrow it down so they're more likely to be potential clients or industry associates. That just makes it a lot easier to make sure all your updates are going through to the right kind of people. I mean, if you don't mind if they go through to the others, that's fine. But when you nurture more of an audience on here that's more likely to buy from you, it can be quite easy because you can also create, when you go here, so you can do that, you go to My Network and go to Connections, and you'll see all your connections here. So you can decide to delete when you go back here. You can decide to go in and delete them if you need to. And you can also in here export your LinkedIn connections. See here? So that's also a good reason to making sure that your connections are likely to be people that you want to show ads to, because guess what? I can click export these people as a CSV, right? And then I can upload them as a Facebook custom audience as well. So this is another way to find people that you're specifically looking for. So if you're in more of a B2B type of environment, then this can be a great way to find another target audience if your people aren't showing up on Facebook. So super powerful that can be for you as well. And let me just go back to home as well, which is where I'm going to find My Network and the connections. Now, there's also another, one of the other options in here is an easier way to add the right connections. You can click Add Contacts, and this will generally give you, no, I don't want to do that. I didn't mean that. People you may know, not Add Contacts. Is you can go through here and just sort of, some of these will be people that you do know, others are just suggested. And whatever looks like good potential for you, you can just click on Connect like that. You don't have to even write how you know them and write them a letter and all that kind of jazz. So that can be quite good in terms of just sort of cutting to the chase and finding some of those people. Now, as I said, some of those people will be people that you already know, but there'll be quite a few that are, via Facebook friends and things like that you might want to connect with too. So you can go through here. Not many of these are as great. I think I've connected with most. Here you go. Here's someone who looks like that might be a good opportunity. So I can go through some of these and just start connecting and bolstering my connections that way. So that's also another tip before I go into ads that I wanted to share with you. And if you want to go through your connections and start thinking, okay, is there someone who looks like they really could benefit? There's an opportunity to kind of reach out to them via, I'm just going to get up my contacts here, via message and the likes here. So let me just see if I can get that back up. That didn't go there. So I can go back into connections. If you want to sort of set up some sort of private message there, you can do that. It's down here, that's why. So say here I go, oh, okay, this is a former client of mine, Vesna's, right? I could say, message her and say, hi Vesna, how's it going? Maybe it's someone I know I've spoken to in a strategy session before. Might want to reach out that way. A lot like what you could do with Facebook ads as well. Now, some of these can look a bit automated and spammy, but Vesna has actually done, what's quite funny is she's obviously got someone doing this for her because I know her, and she's got just an auto DM going out when people connect saying, thanks for connecting with me. I've just started a LinkedIn group, and she's inviting people to the group. The thing is there, she probably needs to have a link to that group as well. Groups can be another powerful way to curate people, like a Facebook group, etc. as well. Or you can be in other groups and have a look for groups that might have people that you'd like to connect with. And in order to do that, you might just want to search up here and say, I might say female entrepreneur, right? Or something like that. To look for my kind of people, entrepreneurs, and I'm sure like a list of groups and things will come up. I can just click here, groups, and then I can search the kind of groups that I might want to join. And then when I can join, I can message people within the groups if I want to. So say I might want to, I think I'm already in this one, Female Entrepreneur Association. Then I can come in here and, am I in this? Oh, pending, I haven't been let in yet. Yeah, so there can be discussion in here and I can start to talk to those people as well. So, so groups can also be another strategy to connect with more of your ideal clients too. So don't forget that. Because ads are really, I would prefer you do ads on Facebook or Instagram than LinkedIn. But, you know, I'll show you that they're possible here if you want to try them for a smaller budget and give them a go. Every time I've tried them for my clients or even myself, they've been really, really expensive and haven't got much traction. So, you know, I don't highly recommend them, but for some people, they might be the only way that they can get to a certain target market if Facebook ads have been failing you, okay? So what we want to do is go back here, just go to business services and click on advertise. And that's where we're going to find the LinkedIn marketing solutions. And normally you might have to set up your account. So I'm just going to go manage ads. And then I need to enter my password. Go in here. Now, I have some company pages as well that we can try to advertise so that they can see, you can use updates in relation to your company pages too, as well as your personal profile. So I've sort of found a bit hit and miss with the company pages also. I think it's probably better to just keep it on your personal profile. So you'll select the one that you need to use, and then here we go. I'll just go here, I've got the account for there, and then I'm going to go in, this is the ads manager, okay, so this is where I can go, okay, create my campaign, and I'm just going to call it, okay, so here we go. So I might want to drive targeted leads across multiple LinkedIn pages. At the top, just have text. Or I might want to have sponsored content which goes in that feed, that home feed that we talked about. So this part here, you can actually run some sponsored updates here that reach people that perhaps you're not connected with yet, okay? So that can be quite beneficial to get to people who you're not quite connected with, but if you need to get to people in a certain industry or they've got a certain job profile, that can be quite useful. So if I want to do that, that's where I do need my company page in order to do a sponsored update. So you may as well set one up, and I can just create I've got my company page. Hang on a minute, select account. I was about to say, gosh, what's happened to that? Okay, so here's my company page. And then I just go, yes, select that. So if I haven't got one, then I can collect it. Oh, that's handy. Bad request. Thanks very much. Okay. Yes, I'm ready to go. Let me just try another one for the clients before. And I don't know why that one of mine isn't working. No, none of them are working. Oh, how very, very handy. I'm not quite sure. They may have locked down those company updates, so that's not ideal. So let's go back and you can just look at how to do the basic text ads. I don't know why it's doing that. That's not very good when I'm trying to show you how to do it. So let's go in here and hopefully it's going to let me go through. So they used to actually let you do text ads with images, and now it's just those text ads that you would see up here. Can you see up here that I'm highlighting? Just that. So that's the ad, because I think these bigger picture ones, they just allow corporates to do, or bigger advertisers get that space there, which is obviously like the better space, and then they give you these text ads, which I think get a little lost. I don't think you're going to get a ton of opportunity with that. But anyway, we can just put test, we're going to run it in English, and then I might, oh, you can do a little image now. I thought you could. Okay, I thought they'd change that. All right, so these are the basic kind of ads where they might show up on the sidebar or above. So the images normally show up on the sidebar too. So I might want to, with these, I'd probably suggest going to a landing page, much like with Facebook ads. So say I want to go to this traffic boost landing page. I'll put that in here. And I don't get much text to put in my ad in LinkedIn. So I might just put free traffic challenge. Want to boost your traffic online using the power of social media. I might actually not, I might run out here. Click here to join. Yep, see, I've already run out of text. Hate that. Okay. So I might not make it a question. I'm still 3 down. I might just put click to join. Right. Yeah, I've got 3 there. So that's fine. And then I need like a special sort of small 200 by 200 kind of image. It's tiny, right? I might just use, oops, not that. I thought I had another one. Here we go. I wouldn't use this photo in an ad, but I'm just showing you to show you what it kind of looks like here. Okay, so that's how tiny they are. So you have to be super quick and to the point. They're the different ways they can look across there as well. So and they can just be that text ad at the top too. So once the creative happens, I go save, and I can create more ads if I want to, and then I can, now here's where the power of LinkedIn is. Like, the targeting is really great. I just wish the ads were a bit more accessible. So instead of Facebook, you can actually go to all the people who work at a certain company, in an industry. You still use the demographic overlays of where they're located, age and sex, but you can go to company, you can go to job title, job function, degrees, etc. So you just run through each of those. So say, for example, I was targeting dentists or something, then I would go to fields of study and I would go to job title and I'd add those in. Gender may not be an issue. One of the other beautiful things with targeting is that I could target all those female entrepreneur association people. So here we go. I might go, okay, female entrepreneur association. Right, so I'll go here. Maybe I want some of those other ones. Now I've got more than 6,000 members. Now I know those people are directly going to be the kind of people I want. It's just a matter of how frequently they're coming onto LinkedIn, and that's what drives the cost up. So it's kind of frustrating because they're the right people, but it may not be as cost effective as just jumping on Facebook and reaching them there. Okay, so what location do you want to target? So I might put in my countries. Yep, I just want United Kingdom, not the whole. God, I don't know why that's doing that. Anyway, I'll just do United States. Okay, here we go. And United Kingdom came up then. Great. Okay, so say Canada. Okay. So now I put in there, I might want to target my age and say, well, look, I probably only want to go to 35 to 54s. We can see that drops down quite a bit, so I'll keep the 25 to 30 to 54 as well, and 55 plus is fine. And then I go, okay, great, I go next. And see, this is where we got the bid is like high. Once again, we've got cost per click. Only pay every time someone clicks on the ad, or pay every time someone sees the ad. Okay, so I once again go with cost per click. I think is more ideal. You'll know whether the ad is working. There's no point in putting it minimum below that, given that the range is up here. Hopefully the ad will perform better. Minimum budget's only $10, so right, I could put just $10 on there and see if it's going to work. start it immediately, and then I click on launch campaign and wait to get it approved, and then hopefully my ad will start running. And that's how you create a basic text ad in LinkedIn. So take action now. Jump in and see if you can freshen up your connections on LinkedIn. See if you want to export your email list, whether you want to direct message anyone. Perhaps you want to join some groups. You also want to make sure that your profile is public in order to do all these things so people can find you as well, okay, and that they can reach out to you. So they're the important things, and let me know how you go. Good luck.